Hi, my name is Bill Ingalls. I'm the assessor for the town of Bedford, and I'd like to take a few minutes now to speak with you about property tax exemptions to give you the information that you need. So let's get right to it. Now, first of all, what is a property tax exemption? A tax exemption is an amount of assessed value removed from your total assessed value before taxes are figured. For example, if your assessed value of your property was $200,000 and you qualified for an exemption in the amount of $50,000, your total taxes for the year would be based on $150,000. The first exemption I'd like to speak to you about is our elderly exemption under RSA 7239 small a. To qualify, you must be at least 65 years old as of April 1st of the year that you apply. So for this year, you'd need to be 65 by April 1st, 2018. And you must be a New Hampshire resident for at least 3 years as of April 1st of the year that you apply. So you would have to be a resident of the state of New Hampshire before April 1st of 3 years ago, which is somewhere around 2015. You must own your home individually or jointly as of April 1st of the year you apply. You cannot be a tenant. If your home is owned by your spouse, but you are the one applying, you must have been married for at least 5 years as of April 1st of the year you apply. Your income cannot exceed $48,240 a year if you are single, or $64,960 a year if you are married. Your income is defined as income from all sources, including pensions, Social Security, investment income, etc. Your gross, not your taxable, Social Security income is used for this calculation. Not included in your income are items such as life insurance paid on the death of an insured the first year, and expenses and costs incurred in the course of conducting a business enterprise. If you file a tax return, you need copies of the last 2 years' returns. So for the 2018 year, we would need your 2017 and 2016 tax returns. Your net assets, not including your home and up to 2 acres of land, cannot exceed $150,000. And again, that does not include your home and up to 2 acres of land. Net assets means the value of all assets, tangible and intangible, minus the value of any good faith encumbrances, such as a mortgage on a second home. Assets include, as I said, second homes, motor homes, any land over that initial 2 acres, checking and savings accounts, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, automobiles, jewelry, furniture, artwork, helicopters, subterranean bat caves, precious metals, livestock, equipment, etc. If you are between 65 and 74 years of age, the exemption amount is $90,100, which is a savings of $1,703.79 per year at our present tax rate. As the tax rate goes up, that amount increases. If you are between 75 and 79 years of age, the exemption amount is $96,000, which is an annual savings of $1,815.36, again at our present tax rate. If you are 80 years old or older, the exemption amount is $141,600, which is a savings of $2,677.66 at our present tax rate. And I'd like to tell you at this time that the council updated the exemption amounts for the 2018 tax year going forward. You need to let us know when you turn 75 and when you turn 80 years of age, because those are the years at which the exemption amounts change. We keep track as best we can, but in the end, it is your responsibility to make sure so you will receive the proper exemption amount. So you need to let us know when your birthday is coming up. Another exemption that we offer in the town of Bedford is the blind exemption under RSA 7237. To qualify for the blind exemption, you must have a certificate from, say it with me, the Blind Services Division of the Vocational Rehabilitation Division of the State Education Department. You must own your home as of April 1st of the year that you apply. The exemption amount is $35,000, which is an annual tax savings of $661.85 a year at our present tax rate. We also have an exemption for the disabled under RSA 7237 small b. In order to receive this exemption, you must first be eligible to receive benefits to the disabled under Title II or Title 16 of the Federal Social Security Act. You must be a New Hampshire resident for at least 5 years as of April 1st of the year that you apply. You must own your home or with your spouse if either of you qualify for the exemption, or with another, not your spouse, if you, the resident, qualify for the exemption, or your home is owned by your spouse and either one of you qualify and you've been married at least 5 consecutive years. Okay. The disabled exemption amount is $52,000, which is an annual savings of $983.32 at our present tax rate. There is an income and asset requirement identical to the senior exemption, which we covered a few minutes ago. When you reach 65 years of age, the disabled exemption switches over to the elderly exemption amount if that amount is greater than the disabled exemption, which it is here in Bedford. So you need to let us know when you turn 65. We keep track as best we can, but in the end, it is your responsibility to make sure so you will receive the proper exemption amount. So again, when your 65th birthday comes up and you're receiving the disability exemption, you need to let us know. Bedford also offers the exemption for the deaf or severely hearing impaired under RSA 7238 small b. In order to qualify for the deaf exemption, you must have 71 decibel average hearing loss in your better ear, as determined by a licensed audiologist or a qualified, brace yourself, otolaryngologist. You must be a New Hampshire resident for at least 5 years as of April 1st of the year that you apply for the deaf or severely hearing impaired tax exemption. The exemption amount is $35,000, which is a savings of $661.85 at our present tax rate. There is an income and asset qualification for the deaf exemption, and again, it is the same for the elderly exemption and the disabled exemption. Bedford offers a solar energy systems exemption under RSA 7262. A solar energy system is a system which utilizes solar energy to heat or cool the interior of a building or to heat water for use in a building, and includes one or more collectors and a storage container. This includes photovoltaic panels that produce electricity for a building. Beginning 2017, the solar exemption is now a tax-neutral exemption. The amount of the exemption will equal the assessed value added to the property for solar panels, solar greenhouses, solar porches, etc. Bedford also offers the wood energy systems exemption under RSA 7270. The wood burning exemption is for a wood burning appliance designed to operate as a central heating system to heat the interior of a building. It can also burn wood in combination with another fuel, such as oil, and must distribute heat by a series of pipes and ducts. I'm sorry, but this does not mean or include a fireplace, hearth, pellet stove, or wood stove. It has to be a central heating furnace, such as a wood furnace or a pellet stove furnace, just not stoves. The exemption amount is equal to the cost of the system, including installation, minus any state and/or federal rebates. Bedford also has a wind-powered exemption under RSA 7266. which is for any wind-powered device which supplements or replaces electrical power to households or businesses at the immediate site. The exemption is equal to the cost of the device minus any state and federal rebates, including installation. Bedford also offers a tax deferral for the elderly and disabled under RSA 7238A. This is not the same as the disabled exemption, nor is it the same as the elderly exemption. It is a deferral. A tax lien for all or part of taxes due plus annual interest of 5%. If the assessor's office or town council's opinion is there is an undue hardship or potential loss of property to the taxpayer resulting from taxation. So you can literally put off your taxes plus interest on an annual basis, for a while anyway. And again, this is for the elderly and the disabled only. Now the total of the amount that you're deferring, that lien, and the interest cannot exceed 85% of your property's equity value. You must have your mortgage holder's approval in order to do this. You need to contact the assessor's office for more information, as there is a lot to go over, and we would want you to come in and speak to us about it. Are you moving to another home in town? Happens quite frequently. If so, you must let the assessor's office know about it. We monitor deeds, but just to make sure, contact us, because in the end, again, it is your responsibility to do so to ensure that your property tax exemption at your previous residence gets transferred to your new residence for the next tax year. The application deadline for all this on an annual basis is April 15th of the year that you wish to receive an exemption in. At the very least, your paperwork must have a U.S. postmark as of April 15th of that year. Not a Pitney Bowes postmark, but the postmark that you get at the actual post office. Now, if April 15th were to be on a Saturday or a Sunday, the deadline is that following Monday. So your paperwork could be postmarked that following Monday after April 15th, if April 15th was a Saturday or a Sunday. Please note, no exemption of any kind is automatic. For example, you must apply by April 15th, 2018 for the 2018 tax year. After that, we typically only need to re-verify your information during an update or a revaluation. Yes, there's paperwork. For any exemption, we're going to need your paperwork. Please have it all ready for us. Either a copy that we could, or something that we can copy for you. But please have it all together and organized when you come into our office. I want to take a second to talk to you about trusts now. Have you placed your property in a trust? Also a very common thing. If so, we must review your trust documents to ensure that you retain what's called a beneficial interest or life estate in the trust in order to continue to receive a tax credit or tax exemption. Now, one more thing I want to go over with you here. If you think you may qualify, do not hesitate to apply. Do not let any physical restrictions or even pride get in your way. If you truly cannot get out of your home, we can schedule to come visit you and help you with your paperwork and your application at your home. So please make sure you have all your paperwork ready for us to come look over. We make a few house calls every year about this sort of thing and help individuals fill out their paperwork and who just simply can't get out of the house for one reason or another. If you have any questions, contact the assessor's office at 472-8104 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Leave a message if you're calling after 4:30 p.m. Applications and further information are at the Assessing Department page on the town website at www.bedfordnh.org. Click on Departments, Assessing, then Exemptions and Credits. Thanks a lot for taking the time to listen to this information. I hope you found it helpful. Again, do not hesitate to call us. Thanks and have a great day.